Welcome to WagerTalk TV, everyone. I am Minty Beth here with Matt and Teddy. You can follow them on Twitter at MidMajorMatt and at Teddy_covers. We're talking about Sunday football. The Detroit Lions are hosting the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are a road favorite of 4 points, and the total is set at 54. This is Sunday, October 4th. Matt, what do you think about this game?
So to me, one of the keys for this matchup is in the red zone. If you look, the Lions are 27th in the league in converting touchdowns in the red zone at 46.2%. So that number's got to improve if they hope to succeed this season. But you look at their opponent, New Orleans, they've allowed 83.3% of opponents' trips to the red zone to result into a touchdown. You know, before the season began, we said, that the Saints defense is good, right? And so far, I don't think so. They've been whistled for a league-high 9 pass interference calls for over 180 free yards so far this season. I've talked about how getting Kenny Golladay back is huge for the Lions because it pushes everybody back. Marvin Jones doesn't have to be the number 1. He can be the number 2. Danny Amendola gets moved back. The run game becomes a complementary piece instead of a leading piece for the Lions. You look at the Saints offense, everybody's talking about Drew Brees. Well, as of the taping of this this video, Michael Thomas was back at practice. So that's a huge thing. Plus, Drew Brees is going to have all the time in the world. There's an ESPN stat called pass rush win rate that talks about how fast that the opponents get to the quarterback. The Lions are the worst in the league, and they're 12% below the second worst team in the league. So they're not getting to the quarterback at all. To me, I'm not ready to trust the Lions to outright win a situation where they can win, but I think this total of 54, I think they can go over. I think both teams can cash in the red zone, and we could see plenty of points in Detroit on Sunday.
Ooh, like it. I love the over there as well. And Teddy, what about you? My poor Drew Brees.
So I certainly wouldn't be betting any unders in the NFL right now. Give me a week where it goes 11-3 to the under, and we'll talk about playing unders. But all we've seen so far is a league that isn't calling holding penalties and is calling pass interference penalties, and the results have been very clear when it comes to the overs being the only way to look in the NFL right now. It's going to take even the unders that are cashing, they're cashing a mixed extra point. They settle for a field goal in front of a touchdown. You're not seeing any of these low-scoring defensive struggles at all. And obviously the total here isn't asking for a low-scoring defensive struggle. We got to get at least one of the teams to four touchdowns in order to cash and over in this one. Let's talk about the side for a minute. There's not much home field advantage for Detroit at Ford Field. There just hasn't been. They closed out last year by losing the Vikings, Cowboys, and Bucks by margin. Then they blew the opener to the Bears this year. At home. It's not one of these home fields that I'm like, yeah, I'm not stepping in front of that home field. And the Saints have consistently been making money for their backers when they hit the highway, much more so than in the Superdome in recent seasons. That wasn't the case in week 2 on Monday Night Football as the Raiders opened their stadium. And that comes with something that Matt said that really stood out to me. I can't think of a single unit that I've been more disappointed in this season than that Saints defense. They've been gashed, absolutely gashed in back-to-back weeks. And this is supposed to be a really good defense. On paper, they're a really good defense. Coming in this season, depth everywhere, pass rush, secondary. And yet you watch them on the field, and there's been none of that. A significant disappointment for the Saints defense. I'm not going to look at New Orleans anymore as the theory of what they're supposed to be. We've got 3 weeks worth of data, and right now the Saints defense, let's call it mediocre at best. Maybe they'll prove us wrong. But right now, they're not the unit that they were supposed to be. So we have Drew Brees not throwing long, but Matt made an excellent point about Michael Thomas back in practice. Now, that's no sure thing he's going to play, but when he does, anytime you take the number 1 receiver out of the equation, it changes an offense, and Drew Brees looks lost, et cetera, et cetera. When you put the number 1 receiver back in the offense, everyone else shifts around to their normal preferred roles, and the offense starts to click. It's also worth noting the Saints, they just lost 2 in a row. Their previous 2-game losing streak was weeks 1 and 2 in 2017. Prior to last week, they were 10-0 coming off a loss. And you read the comments out of New Orleans, that team's serious. You read the comments out of Detroit, hey, we just won a game, woo! Saints are pass for this better.
Ooh, I like it. I definitely like it. All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Get $10 to use at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com by joining our text club. Text WagerTalk to 33222 and SportsMemo to 33222 to get $10 at both sites. you can double dip. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you, Matt. And thank you, everyone, for watching.